Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. It's Agu here. Today we're going to be doing the clan trailer for the clan Banu Haqim. The Banu Haqim are blood sorcerers like the Tremere, although their blood sorcery is different, and they also have two different disciplines, Celerity and Obfuscate, while Tremere have Auspex and Dominate. So I'm going to be really interested to see how they're going to implement the Banu Haqim style into the game and how different it's going to look from the Tremere, because they're both mages but they have different skills. And also the Banu Haqim's the stereotypes of the Banu Haqim are different. It'll be pretty cool to play fire as a law bringer, you know, because Banu Haqim are all about upholding the law and justice and order, you know, that type of stuff. So they're essentially the enforcers of the law. That's their thing, whether in the Camarilla or otherwise. And also they have beef with the Tremere, so I wonder if that's ever going to show up. They don't, the Tremere don't get along very well. And I've played them in the text-based game, so that's where I get my knowledge of the Banu Haqim from. I'm sure I'm not an expert on any of the clans, because, you know, I don't know all the lore of everything. But I know a little bit, and they're a pretty interesting clan, because for a long time Tremere were the only ones with blood sorcery, so these people are also here, so it'll be quite cool to have two different types of blood sorceries in the game. Alright man, let's see how this game plays out. Let's see how the trailer is.
Ah, that'd explain it. Banu Haqim.
Clan Banu Haqim prides itself in matters of principle.
Some still call you assassins, but Nico's quick to educate the foolish.
This is my shop. It is where the mortals come to make debts they cannot repay. See that vase over there, for example. It belonged to a man who promised to visit his sick mother and did not. So I ripped out his spleen. Some people.
Brutal justice.
Only the nomad.
How serendipitously the chips do fall. And so, like a Banu Haqim, to arrive so aromatically fresh from slaughter.
That's a hell of a way of putting it. Okay, blood sorcery, bladed hand. Ooh.
But the wielder.
Yeah, this is celerity. Oh my god. Silence your target screams and weapons. Unseen. Okay, invisibility. Oh, whoa. You can decapitate people.
To be such connoisseurs. You Banu are always so hush. Rigid.
It is often the case that I find stories of people who have transgressed. I bring them to justice when I can, but this is an unjust city.
Hand over your wallet, quick. Come on.
There is only so much time.
Your flesh is disgraceful. You think you can look down on me?
Death is closer than you know.
I think a certain judge needs to unwind.
I know the thing I was really looking for was their playstyle going to be different from the Tremere? Was it going to be too similar? I like it. It's different. They have managed to put all the disciplines together in a really nice way. So Banu Haqim is a lot more aggressive in their playstyle than Tremere. Like, they're more physical, right? There's a lot more hands-on, literally hands-on combat. Well, Tremere is more just darting around and spells. I mean, you can do this in the melee, but it seems to be a lot more ranged focus, right? Like, kind of darting around. While Banu Haqim, even though they have ranged powers, they seem to be a more aggressive playstyle, but still using magic. Really well done. I love the way they look, and I like the way fire sounds like this sort of bringer of the law, you know, like the very Banu Haqim. I like the fact that you can just lay down the law. It'll be really interesting to see how different the interactions are going to be when you're a Banu Haqim versus someone like maybe a Toreador, you know, two different clans. So far, I love the dialogue, and I love the way the combat looks. I wonder if we'll get a special missions to, like, hunt down a wicked vampire or werewolf, human, something, you know, like to bring justice. I hope so, you know, like with that we have, every clan has a mission that's kind of fits their clan, you know what I mean? Like with the Tremere, we saw we're doing research into sketchy blood sorcery and stuff, like, and picking up a relic fits. And I can't wait to see how a Banu Haqim fire deals with a Tremere regent versus a Tremere, you know, Tremere fire dealing with a Banu Haqim regent. Like, the dynamics are so interesting. There's a lot of fun possibilities, especially for dialogue. Because in the first game, you know, your clans can change dialogue. Not the story itself, which I don't mind, because building a story that complex would take like 10 years to have that many different choices and how the story plays out, and it would be very difficult to make a sequel. But in terms of the dialogue, which is what I want, hopefully there are differences. And based on what I've seen so far in the trailer, there seem to be differences. I mean, like, but you can even see that their form of justice is not always nice. Like, there was a man who promised to visit his sick mother. He didn't, so this guy just ripped out his spleen, which is definitely... I mean, what he did was bad, obviously. If you promise your mother that you're going to visit her when she's sick, and you didn't, that's pretty bad, but I don't think you deserve to have your spleen ripped out. But it kind of shows maybe Fire can be played as a darker character. You know, maybe one of the options can be that we can play this Banu Haqim whose justice is very harsh. Or we can play a Banu Haqim whose justice is not that harsh. And we can determine the definition of justice, which I think definitely varies from person to person within the clan, depending on their, I'd say, personality, temperament, and all. So I like that even within the clan that's about justice, you can interpret the justice, what justice is, in different ways. Like the trailer. Really interested, because Banu Haqim is not a clan we've ever had the opportunity to play for in a game like this. Right? You can play it in, I'm sure, the tabletop game and the text-based games, but I've never played a Banu Haqim in a RPG setting. So I'm really interested in this clan. Am I still going to play Tremere first? Yes, because Tremere is my favorite clan. But Banu Haqim is definitely up there. I think I might play it third, just because I don't want to play two mages back-to-back, even though they're different. I would like to play maybe Bruja second or Vantru, like kind of change it up. But maybe I'll play it second. I don't know. I really like the playstyle because it's like magic, but aggressive magic, which really does fit. And the fact that they decapitate, and you know how executions, especially back in the day, I'm sure it's still in some places in the world where you chop off, someone's head, as justice. And the Banu Haqim is able to do that. I like that. That's a nice touch. That's a very nice touch. Doing an execution because you're an executioner at times. Like that touch. The silencing their screams is pretty cool because that way you can feed easier, I would say, than you could perhaps as another clan. A clan that does not have an ability to alter someone's mind or something like that. So maybe it'll make feeding easier. And then what else was there? I think those are the abilities. I might be forgetting some of the other abilities, but those are the two standouts to me. The decapitations and the silence thing. I really enjoyed those ones. And of course, slowing time, celerity. I'm sure that'll make for some fun stuff. Ooh. I wonder if... I'm sure they've implemented Masquerade breaches in the game, so I can't wait to see how that plays out, because I'm sure you can't use celerity just out in the open. That'll present some interesting challenges for the Banu Haqim. And again, you can't use Blood Sorcery out in the open. So maybe, maybe the silence thing kind of tells me that it's maybe more of a stealthy playstyle than Tremere, because Tremere's more out in the open, right? Because you don't have any stealth abilities as a Tremere. It's Dominate, Auspex, and Blood Magic. So none of those are sneaky things. Well, Banu Haqim can maybe sneak around. So maybe Banu Haqim gives you the option to play stealth. Maybe it's more versatile, but whether it's more fun or not, I think it's based on the individual. All that to say that I'm really excited about this clan, and I can't wait to get my hands on this game. Or sink my fangs into this game, I should say. Alright everyone, hopefully you all enjoyed that video, because I did. I loved it. Can't wait to see the next clan trailer. I know the next week's video is about the voice acting cast. I'm not going to react to that because I don't think I have anything of value to add to that video. I don't think I'll be able to do any transformative content like I can with the trailers. So y'all will probably see me the week after, where we're getting, I think, Clan La Sombra, which is also a new clan that we haven't played before. I'll give you my thoughts on that clan in that video. See y'all on the next one.